Not long ago, these glittering cities were nothing but windswept sand and scattered fishing boats. Today, opulence rules the desert. But in a place once defined by scarcity, how did this transformation even begin? Where fishermen once struggled for survival, money now flows faster than the tides. Gleaming malls and luxury cars replaced poverty almost overnight. How did tiny Gulf states leap from obscurity to unimaginable wealth in just one generation? Early explorers braved these harsh deserts with a single hope: to find water, not oil. Their disappointment filled the air, until, by accident, they uncovered something far more valuable. What if the world-changing discovery wasn't even their goal? Before oil, entire communities scraped by, trading pearls that lost their value overnight, struggling against heat, uncertainty, and a vanishing way of life. Suddenly, this faded existence would collide with forces beyond anything they could imagine. In the late 1930s and 40s, powerful oil companies arrived, eager for rights beneath the sand. They offered little up front. No one quite knew the stakes. With a handshake, Gulf rulers gambled their futures in smoky rooms. In 1938, Kuwait and Saudi Arabia struck oil. Black gold gushed skyward, millions in revenue now possible where hope had run dry. That one discovery drew the world's eyes to the Gulf, and nothing would ever be the same. Within years, oil fields sprawled outward, steel, pipelines, and foreign accents appearing where only sand once stretched. Construction bathed the horizon in haze. But what new world was really taking shape amid this engineered chaos? Suddenly, new dividing lines cut through familiar streets. Old customs clashed with imported luxuries. Hope soared for some, while others felt lost. Beneath progress, new class divides and quiet resentment started simmering just below the surface. Petrodollar windfalls built cities at breathless speed, but also erased traditions. The Gulf's future now depended on one resource. Outside power circled. Was oil a blessing, or did it quietly turn the region into something far more precarious? In the 1970s, Gulf leaders started nationalizing oil, taking back power and igniting economic booms. But with every bold move, alliances frayed and outsiders pushed back. Who controlled the world's most valuable resource was suddenly up for grabs. For many families, oil changed everything: sudden prosperity, education, new possibilities. But tradition slipped. Some feared what might never return. The first generation to know wealth also mourned the rapid loss of a culture that once defined them. By the 1980s and beyond, Gulf investments began to reshape skylines across the globe. Mega deals and mergers signaled a new era. The region no longer just supplied the world, it now owns significant pieces of it. Then came the crash. In the 1980s and 90s, sudden oil price drops sparked panic. Towers emptied and fortunes evaporated overnight, exposing just how fragile prosperity built on a single resource could be in the Gulf. The oil boom brought environmental shock. Oases dried up, the Gulf's ecosystem suffered, and water, always scarce, became even harder to find. Old enemies returned in new forms, reminding everyone that nature exacts its own hidden price. While some amassed staggering wealth and power, many, especially foreign workers, lived with little safety or share in the riches. The gap grew wider, provoking questions about who truly benefited from the region's astounding transformation. Oil forged new alliances and fueled rivalries. The 1970s embargo revealed the Gulf's global leverage, while conflicts and shifting alliances multiplied. This resource didn't just build cities, it powered international power struggles that still echo today. Here's the twist: oil promised security, but instead seeded new vulnerability. The Gulf's vast fortune turned into a target, economically, geopolitically, even digitally. What once protected the region now sometimes puts it in dangerous path. Now, Gulf states race to diversify, solar energy, technology, and tourism projects shifting the landscape as leaders scramble to future-proof their fortunes. The world watches, waiting to see if they can outrun the resource that made them. You see the paradox from above, a region fueled by oil racing towards modernity, but always a single resource away from uncertainty. The future veers between towering promise and the old uncertainty of desert nights. What's buried in the sand can rewrite the world, but the true cost stays hidden at first. Most people miss the contradictions history hides. Now you've seen them. You now know something most history books leave out. Hit subscribe. The next chapter is already waiting.